don't stop believing. Don't give up. Keep going. Press through. This morning, as we're entering this room, some of you probably entered with a difficult thing happening in your life, something that is weighing on you. And you hear the song, don't give up. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. God has more for you. Luke 8:22 says this, and we'll use this as our text if you want to turn there. Luke 8:22. One day, Jesus said to his disciples, let us go over to the other side of the lake. So they got into a boat and they set out. As they sailed, he fell asleep. A squall came down the lake so that the boat was being swamped and they were in great danger. And the disciples went and woke him saying, Master, Master, we're going to drown. He got up, he rebukes the wind and the raging waters. The storm subsides and all was calm. Where is your faith? He asked his disciples. In fear and amazement, they asked one another, who is this? He commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him. Now, what's interesting about the Sea of Galilee, where they're located and all this is happening, it's about 600 feet below sea level. And all around it are these cliffs, and there's these massive cliffs that just surround this sea. And I was just there. I took a picture of that because I knew this sermon was coming. And I took a picture of it to kind of show you what would happen is when it's raining, the water is coming through those areas. But when it's not, the wind is coming through those areas. And it whips down that side of those cliffs onto the sea. So what seems calm at first, within 10 to 20 minutes, it can be a raging sea and just sort of totally catch you off guard. And also, you have to remember the boats they're in. I took a picture, another picture in this boat, and they pulled this from the bottom of this sea. And this is what an old boat would look like. And you kind of see the difference between what they were in versus what we might be in today. And you can kind of capture the idea that this is pretty intense for them. They are feeling like their lives are in complete danger. In fact, every one of them write about it. Luke writes that the storm was so bad the ship was full of water. Mark writes the waves were beating the ship that it was full of water. Matthew says the waves were covering the ship. So obviously it hit all of them pretty hard. They're all putting it in their text about, remember that time we were on the water and nearly died? And that's what you see in here. In fact, the Greek word that's used for the storm is seismos. Same word we're using to measure earthquakes. So it's a seismic event, the way they're describing what is happening to them. And as we come to this text this morning, what I want to ask you is, how many of you are feeling like the storms of life are coming over your wave? The waves are hitting your boat. You're feeling that seismic event and that weight of what's happening right now. That's what we're talking about today. Too many things are coming at you. Things are stacking up. You feel like you're getting pummeled. Another bill shows up. You're like, I can't. The person, there's a toxic person in your life and you can't deal with them for another day. An illness that keeps pulling you back over and over again. You parents, that baby keeps getting up at 5 a.m. and you're like, oh man, here we go again. Starting my day way too soon. It can be overwhelming. Whatever you're facing, these moments happen.
Don't stop believing.